was his idea to have our premier clients become investors in the vault section of the hotel. He worked with Vault Tech to have this built to their every specification. Was there anything else?
Did you kill him?
I'll be here should you need me.
Okay. Where's that Santiago guy? I also hacked this guy and put him under service. I'll activate him. Alright. If I had the next level of that, I could have him be a companion. I found this weird painter robot guy. Move it. It's a concierge. He's not been of any use to me so far.
Protect and serve.
Protect and serve. A weird robot, man. Ooh. What is this place? Maintenance? Okay, here's up here. I imagine this just goes back around. Yeah. Tell me everything you know. Okay, so that painter guy's right below me.
Protect and serve.
The residential area somewhere. Aha!
Well. If it isn't the long arm of the law. Tell me, are you a devotee of the arts? Does that cruel muse call you to her entrapping bosom?
You're a weirdo, dude. Alright. Art is life.
Art is life. Without it, we are no different than animals.
Perhaps. If all we are is a sentience floating in a suit of flesh, or metal, I suppose, then art is the only true communion with the world. Come with me.
I wonder if this guy's gonna try to bash my head in with a baseball bat.
Tell me, what does this piece say to you?
It's about composition, the balance of colors and emotions, and the struggle to maintain internal order.
Yeah, I agree with that.
This was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda. Number 1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. The reality of the subject is distorted as the ego attempts to project itself. This way. Tell me, what does this one say to you?
Which one? Oh.
As I'm sure you know all too well, I haven't always been the best at this job.
It's the war. Bombs from every direction, no up or down. The world turned on its head.
Oh, what a very...
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to reload that, because that's exactly what it was. Sweet, I'm almost level 75. I like that these loads are way shorter than like trying to load the game up.
Thanks to the efforts of a few of my friends,
It's the war.
The war.
I've decided to change
Fuck. Wonder if this is like, I can have the wrong answer. You know what I'm actually gonna do, I think? Show you what I put on when it's supposed to be persuading people for real.
Thanks to the efforts of a few of my friends, I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life.
So, I get out of there,
I'd like to just take this opportunity to
Then-
thank the Vault Dweller for lending me a hand. I really do.
pop on these black rim glasses, this pompadour hat, and the Reginald
All right,
suit.
folks, that's enough sentiment from me for one day. Let's get it on back to the music, shall we? Up next
It's
is
the
another
war.
favorite from
Bombs from every direction.
I suppose in a
Yeah.
way it must be. Art shapes the world, and the world shapes art in return. All art must therefore be constantly reborn through the lens of contextual and historic interpretation. We must ascend.
I have a feeling there's gonna be a red one, so I should probably just keep the suit on for a minute.
Not this one. And please be honest, for art without honesty is just politics.
Called it. I think it's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor. A young creature grappling with ideas
That's
it
hilarious.
doesn't possess the capability to understand.
Intriguing. The mind will superimpose meaning where none was intended. I had not considered it. Truth be told, this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money than any of my serious works. And I think the whole thing is a lark. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man?
I don't know. I could just hack you right now. That would be funny, wouldn't it?
Ah, my fellow connoisseur of the arts. Here to see my latest work?
I found red paint at the crime scene. Know anything about that?
No, actually. Ezra borrowed my last can, and now I can't find it.
It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very singular creature, detective. Do you not see the joie de vivre within her? I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously, who lives so in the moment. I must admit I was quite smitten with her for a time.
Alright.
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? What business is it of yours? She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty, not a brute actor.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the hotel.
What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out. Though I bet
Okay, I've got a
probably hurt them.
decent feeling that this guy didn't do it. The case goes deeper.
Maybe later.
Good. I hope my painting.
Because I feel like if I accuse the wrong person, it's gonna be hell to pay. Or maybe not, who knows? Let's find out together. Alright, whoa, whoa. Fuck.
Hello, Mr. Whiskers. Who's up?
Hello, Detective. Did you need something?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, you little weirdo.
Well, scientist. You've probably met my wife, Juliana, already. Not sure what else to say, really. Was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains, the precursors to our model. Most people don't find it all that interesting, and I'd rather not bore you. Was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
Oh, wonderful. No one else here really wants to talk about it. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on, but without the neural inhibitor and reconditioning. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with the neural matrix, which can add some moodiness. But that's easily solved with regular tune-ups. Was there
Yeah, pretty
something else,
much.
Detective?
It's like Clue, because there's all these very big characters.
I'd like to hear more about your
Give me,
research.
tell me everything about your
That's
research.
really all I should say about it. I mean, it is still. Was there something else, Detective?
I
You had an
heard
argument
that
with
Juliana
Ezra.
and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead.
Oh, 2 other people
Tell me
did.
about that.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't hear it. But Juliana has always been rather critical of Mr. Parker. I think she found something in the overseer's office. I wasn't listening when she told me about it. I kind of had my head in my research. I don't know, really. I try to let her handle all the money stuff. Was there something else, Detective?
Robo-brains have a voice modulator. Tell me about that.
That's what allows us to recreate our original voices. They can mimic any normal human voice, actually. I've speculated for some time that the issues we had with our recruited subjects is due to the brain attempting to preserve a sense of self. Maintaining our original voices helps reinforce the neural network, sort of like playing music for an Alzheimer patient. Was there something else, Detective?
Did
Yeah.
you have any thoughts about the murder?
Oh, well, that's not really my field of expertise, but I'm sure there are probably some clues at the crime scene. Was there something else, Detective?
Yeah, I already investigated those.
Maybe later.
Very well.
Excuse
Back
me.
to my work, then. Juliana,
So,
Mr. Whiskers
what?
died last month.
Hello, Detective.
Mrs. Fluffy.
Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Juliana Riggs, heiress to the Riggs fortune and wife of Bert Riggs.
Okay.
I'm not sure what else you expected, Detective.
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel.
I feel like I should have Nick with me for this.
He lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to the mansion.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
Okay.
Maybe later.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective. Oh. Of course. Silly me.
Just let me have a look at the neural interface matrix, and I'm sure I can clear that.
No. No, it's not that. I've just caught another cold. Probably something that got in when they sent Pearl out.
Oh, God. Not this again. Last month you were convinced you had the measles.
You're not a doctor. What would you even know about it? Besides, I think it may be malaria.
First of all, I am a doctor.
Yes, but not a real doctor. Robotics isn't an actual medical degree.
Secondly, I've told you time and again, you can't get sick inside the suit. It's not physically possible.
I know when I'm getting sick, Bert. Now, why don't you just